What's going on, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. Indians Exposed Investigations is the first one in the room. Welcome. In Area 51, good to see you. Good to see you, Travis Weeks down there in South Africa, and Dave Jeffries over there, up there in Niagara Falls. Good to see you, Dave. Good to see you, Nina. Welcome. And Dean N. Welcome. Good to see you, Oleg, out there in Dnipro, Slava Ukraini. And good to see you, Quacky. You know, I had a planned live stream. We'll talk about that in a moment. I had a planned live stream, but now we have no plan. So plan B is to have no plan. But good to see you, Big T and Cyclone Joe. Welcome. Good to see you, Margie Blah. Welcome. And Mark Freeman. Good to see you. Good to see you, Gabby. Welcome. And CBRT over there in the Netherlands. Good to see you. Good to see you there. Ann F. and Stephanie Stearns. Good to see you. Good to see you, DeBailey, out there in London. And Lee, welcome. Good to see you, Robinson Lopes. And Valerie Hallams, welcome. Good to see you there, Gabby. And Donna Knight, welcome. Good to see you, Robert T. and Activity 79 over there in Sweden. And Neil over there in Flatbush, welcome. Good to see everybody, people. It is the 13th of February 2025, and we were gonna live stream a event that's happening here at Industry City. This is where we begin today. We're in Industry City, and there was a battle of the brass bands happening out here at Industry City, but there was a bit of a conjecture there. People didn't know if they wanted me to stream there or not. The people who did not want me to stream there won out, unfortunately. So they're like, it's a ticketed event. And I'm like, yes, I know it's a ticketed event, but I'll pay for my ticket, and I'll give the bands a little bit of, promotion there. But no, I think I'm going to go through, I think next year, I'm going to try to live stream this event. I'm going to go about it in a slightly different direction. So now we have no direction today. So we only have one direction, and that is to have a damn good live stream. Good to see you there, Lisa UK girl. Welcome. But this is where we begin today, looking at the tower here. But that's right, hit the like button. 84 people watching. Wow, only 29 likes. Bloody hell. Only 29 likes. So let's keep it going if we can. It'll be much appreciated. I know that still wasn't enough, right? Indians Exposed crazy. But good to see everybody, people. We're gonna wait till we get to 55 likes since we have 86 people watching. But good to see everybody. Yeah, so maybe next year we'll live stream the Battle of the Brass Bands. I'll go through it a different way. I'll go about it a different way instead of just showing up here, buying a ticket, and then going in. So anyway, good to see everybody, people. We got a fun one coming up today. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start here at Industry City, make our way up into Greenwood Cemetery, and then I think make our way over to Prospect Park. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Good to see you, Kaz, over there in Finland. Welcome. And Colleen's over there in Cyprus. Welcome. We're not that far from Costco. Yeah, we're not that far from Costco. Did they really run out of eggs in Costco? Bloody hell. Good to see you, Big T. Welcome. Tower looks like there's a machine gun on top of it. There's no machine gun on top of there, but it's art, I guess. It's hipster art, I guess. Good to see you there, Daniel. We're in Industry City, Daniel. I think we're between 34th and 35th Streets right now. And 2nd Avenue is right here behind me. So, I remember this place back in the 90s and nobody wanted to come out here. There used to be a licorice factory here and a coffee grinder and what else? There were a couple other industries that were here inside of Industry City that used to have, very, very profound aromas here in the neighborhood. But it's like a watchtower because it is a watchtower. Yeah. I think they project movies from there every now and then. I don't know. It's a hipster thing. We're actually just a couple of blocks away from Luigi Mangione and Puff Daddy. So we're just a few blocks over from them. So, yeah. Taste to sell baby clothes. Yeah, I guess so, Big T. Yeah. Anyway. Good to see everybody. Still waiting for 55 likes and we'll get moving here. Good to see you, Cindy. Welcome. We're gonna do like 15,000 steps today. We'll do our usual today. We will do our usual. But there's a Battle of the Brass Bands event happening on one side. On the other side, there is a Latin food festival here at Industry City. Now, I did my part. Since I couldn't live stream this event, I decided to spend zero money here in Industry City. So I went a couple blocks over. There is a nice Mexican place over on 33rd Street and 4th Avenue. Oh my God. $15 for a very large burrito and drink. Just home cooking, really freaking good. So this live stream is powered off of a very delicious steak burrito. But oh, you meant the factory's right across the street from the Costco. Yes. But good to see everybody. I see you investigations. Do we have an impromptu sing along here? We have an impromptu sing along here. Good to see you, Hank P. Welcome. You guys want a picture all together? Yes, please. That's my job. I'm a New York City tour. You want a video? Sure it is. You get the little marquee, girl. Welcome to the town. Get the tower in the shot. All right. Here we go.
Thank you.
There you go. Good to see you, Phyllis. Welcome.
I love everything.
Good to see you, Phyllis. Good to see you. Hey, they got a little cold. Barkley was the dog's name. I like that name. Good to see everybody, people. Just doing my part today. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do my part. And if you don't like it, so what? I'm a crazy liberal progressive. Anyway, good to see you. Good to see you, Nelly. Welcome. Long time no see. I'm happy you're here, Nelly. Welcome. I want to thank a lot of you guys who gave me feedback about what we did on Thursday. I really do appreciate all the kind words. Everyone who reached out to me, you guys are more than welcome. And if you never saw our Tribute and Light broadcast, that's what I do every year. So more to come. More to come. But I appreciate you too, Cindy. But good to see everybody. The tips were okay today. I had a lovely a couple from Wisconsin, and they tipped $30. And then they had another couple from Connecticut. They tipped $10. And then I had another family of 4. They tipped $10. And then I had a couple give me a $2 bill. Wait, hold on. I got to show you guys this. It's a crisp $2 bill. And then I had a group of 4 that tipped me nothing. So $57. I really can't complain. But, oh yeah, that's right. A party of 2 tipped me $5 as well. Look at this crispy $2 bill. Oh my God. This is from my guests from Belgium. But Wisconsin for the win. Good to see you, Sally. Welcome. So yeah, I got another $2 bill for my collection. I don't know what's up with European people and $2 bills, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's a nice new $2 bill. Mark, you're more than welcome, Mark. You're more than welcome. Justine, good to see you, Joss. And you can get, I know I can get $2 bills from the bank, but I want to get them through like the actual ebb and flow of commerce. I'm not going to convert money into $2 bills, and Lord knows how much money I have in euro at the house. But good to see you photos from around New York. Welcome. All right, there we go. 55 likes. Let's get moving here. We haven't been to Greenwood Cemetery in a while, so we're going to head up to Greenwood Cemetery now, and we're going to head up to Battle Hill, everyone. But, oh, and the other thing is, by the way, this restaurant that I hit up, actually, no, let me quickly, before I leave Industry City here, I want to just give a shout out to where I ate. It was not here at Industry City. I used Google Maps to find this. But I tell you, Google, when you get a 4 or 5 star Google review, you usually find some really nice places. And let me see if I can find the name of this place for you guys, because I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's really, really good. It's literally, yeah, Mama Lupita's Bistro. Mama Lupita's Bistro. on 4th Avenue and 33rd, right? Yes, 4th Avenue and 33rd Street. Mama Lupitia's Bistro. Really freaking good. Good prices. Nice vibe. Very nice atmosphere. I felt like I was literally in somebody's living room. And my burrito did look like that. So this is what this live stream is powered off of today. But yes, Mama Lupitia's Bistro, everyone. I highly recommend it. That was just a really nice change of pace there. But yeah, we're going to a cemetery. We're gonna go to Greenwood Cemetery today. Good to see you, Tom in Vermont. Welcome. This is gonna be a great walk. Moishin Ali, welcome, and Dwayne up there in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Welcome. Shout out to all of our Canadian friends up north. Your $2 bill collection was really, oh my God, Mark. I'm so sorry, Mark. Good to see you, Theri Mary. Welcome, and John Burke. Welcome. And it was good. Yeah, hit up that place next time. It's okay, Cindy. We're actually going to go to a spot where the Revolutionary War was fought. You want to see that, Neil? You want to go see that statue? We could go see that statue. How about that? We'll do that right now, Neil. Let's go. Let's go. You guys just direct me north, all right? That's what we're going to do. There's actually a few things I want to show you guys, so. There's like a mural I want to show you guys. And, oh no, you got bad news? I'm so sorry, Cindy. Hopefully it works out. Everything works out. Hank, it was delicious. You're more than welcome. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my God, Cindy. Cindy, we're going to say a little prayer for you, Cindy. I'm really sorry. You just got that news. Oh my God. Cindy, I'm really sorry that happened. And I hope it works out for you. Everything works out. The burglary was years ago. I'm okay, but still though, Mark, I'm sorry you had that happen to you. As St. Michael to protect, he will protect me in the cemetery, Joe. He will. But yeah, let's wish Cindy all the best, and let's send Cindy all the positive energy we could send over. Phyllis, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Phyllis. All right, this is where we begin. Industry City, everybody. Industry City here in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Kind of controversial. There's actually a documentary about this place coming together here on YouTube. Look at this stuff. Look at this ironwork stuff they built here. This art. Really cool. I like this stuff. All right, so Neil wants to see the Captain America statue. So let's go see the Captain America statue, and then we'll make our way across to Greenwood. It's the lawn here at Industry City. It's the lawn. All right, where is Innovation Way? That's what I need. That's right up there. Head up to Innovation Way here, which is like the main alley of this place. This is just a comic book store right here. This is St. Mark's Comics right here. All right. We're gonna cut across this building here because I can't cut across the other way. And then we'll walk along 3rd here. I tell you, it used to be nearly impossible to live stream in here. Now they got a really good connection. All right, let's head over to 3rd Avenue. Look, an actual Hi-Fi Provisions. Oh, Mr. Metalhead might like this. Is a vinyl store. Okay. This is also where the Brooklyn Pop experience is, which if you haven't seen it, if you love Brooklyn, you need to hit up the Brooklyn Pop exhibition put on by Mr. Caves of the Lords of Brooklyn. Like that weird art there? Hells yeah. Yeah, Kaz, that's what I'm gonna do, Kaz. But good to see you, Dwayne. Good to see you, Ethan. Like that staircase in there, it's pretty nice. And then right up here is Hometown Barbecue. So after you go to Brooklyn Pop, Maybe grab yourself some barbecue here at Hometown Barbecue. Industry City. I want to thank the Duchess for enduring me watching the 2-hour documentary about this place coming together here. Good to see you there, Pyrea and William. It's not a store, this is Industry City. It's a collection of various stores and bars and restaurants and performance spaces and art galleries and a bunch of other stuff. We just walked through building number 5 of Industry City. And oh my goodness, what do we got there? And who just became a channel member? I can't read that, but I'm going to see here in a second. William Brooklyn. William, thank you so much for becoming a member at Dutch Moss Plus. Thank you so much for having faith in me as a content creator. Much, much, much appreciated. Thank you so much for becoming one of us. One of us. Goopa, gabba, goopa, gabba. One of us. One of us, people. So, an abandoned city bike. All right, William, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. So right over here on 34th Street, this is the Latin American, right, Latin food festival. And happy birthday, William. William, is it really your birthday today? Because William, you're a channel member. Trish Mack, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, William, is it your birthday? Let me know. Because if you're a channel member, I'm gonna have to sing you happy birthday. Good to see you, Robojacks out there in London. Welcome. Oh my God, 50, you mean 21. You mean 31, you mean 31, William, right? All right, William, thanks for becoming a channel member. And for all channel members, remember that if you become a channel member, the least I could do is sing you happy birthday. So for William Brooklyn, right here in Brooklyn, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, William Brooklyn. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, William Brooklyn. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, William, and many, 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 many more. Onward and upward, my friend. Onward and upward. The best days are yet to come. Happy birthday, Will. And everyone wish William Brooklyn a happy birthday. Yes. Many more. We're gonna go into the building that has the floor decor. That is where our statue is. This is where we are going. Okay, and there's also a micro center in here. This is probably the closest store that I like to go to. That's like the old J&R Music World. But there's definitely ain't no J&R Music World. As you can hear, a little bit of a breeze. This is where we have Neil letting us know about our first Sing NYC. But Eric Mendoza, ¿cómo está? Bienvenido. ¿Cómo estás? Marilyn Monroe's Happy Birthday song style. That's right. That's right. I try to know all the best spots. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna do my best to walk in the shade because it is kind of warm out here. Eric, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Good to see you, Moni, out there in Germany. Guten Tag, Germany. Wait, there's a Hubba Bubba car? Yo, look at this. That's kind of cool. Hubba Bubba. We got a Hubba Bubba car here. Oh, you're more than welcome, Mimi. Mimi, I'm going to do my best. Thank you so much for tuning on in, Mimi. I'm glad you're on the same wavelength with me. I appreciate you. Thank you. We're gonna have a good day today, all right, Mimi? We're gonna have a good day in the sunshine. So right here, we have our floor decor. And we're gonna head on inside here. And there's a cool statue right on in here. There he is. I appreciate that, Eric. One of my favorite statues in all of Brooklyn is right here. Look, it's Captain America. Just a kid from Brooklyn. Hometown pride since 1941, celebrating 75 heroic years. He's just a kid from Brooklyn, Captain America. Hells yeah. I love this statue. Anytime I can show the statue. Neil, thank you so much for reminding me about this. Yeah, just a kid from Brooklyn like me too. Yeah, Neil. Love the detail on it. So good. There he is. Good old Captain America. Yeah. All right, we continue on. Let's head up to the highest point. Let's head up to the highest natural point in all of Brooklyn. Let's do it. Let's head up to Battle Hill. I'm gonna work out my gams. And bloody hell, am I happy I wore shorts today. It's hot today. It got hot today. It got hot. There's a Hubba Bubba car. I like that car. I don't like cars too often, but bloody hell, a Hubba Bubba car. I love it. That's cool. That's a cool car. Good to see you, Susan. Welcome. Welcome on in. But why in a floor decor store? I have no idea. Yeah, it's not in Prospect Park. It's in Battle Hill is in Greenwood Cemetery. Your energy, just forget about it. I need a nap. I feel you, William. No, definitely a car for me. If I had a car, yeah, we'll have something like that. A Hubba Bubba car or something like that. Hell yeah. I know, what could be better cruising for a boozing, right? Freaking blessed. Good to see you cruising. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday or Sunday. Are you watching in Japan or New Zealand or Australia? Good day. Good morning. Welcome to Brooklyn. But I have no idea why it's inside a floor decor. I don't know why that statue's in that section to begin with. Ah, awesome, Mark. Thank you. Yeah, guys, if you take screenshots, share them to the community page. I appreciate all your suggestions and all your pictures. I really do appreciate them. Good to see you, RJ, out there in Colorado. And oh my goodness, here we are, everyone. That was a Micro Center. Yeah, I love it. That's like like I mentioned, that was like the store closest to like an old JNR Music World. I love that store. But hey, this is where Puff Daddy is. and Luigi Mangione. They're in the building behind. This is the MDC, whatever the hell it's called. The Federal Bureau of Prisons. It's kind of crazy that it's like right here, like in the middle of everything. But to think they're right down the block, those two people. Craziness. We're gonna walk up, I think this is 30th Street. We're gonna walk up 30th Street now. I know, me too, Kaz. I used to love Hubba Bubba. That was actually probably the gum I went to the most. Was Hubba Bubba. Just waiting for the light here. This, of course, is the Gowanus Expressway, a part of the BQE. The infamous elevated, the 3rd Avenue elevated highway here. This is how I got to work this morning. I was on the highway up there on my express bus. But it's a nice freaking day. See, these low-rise buildings like that, that's old. That's like 1900, 1910, something like that. That's old. This was always a residential neighborhood, but then heavy industry, especially when Industry City moved in, came in. And then the first iteration, thanks for subscribing, and then the first iteration of the highway was built in the 30s. And then they widened it at some point, not too much later. But Industry City used to have one of the largest walk-to-work communities in the United States. But good to see everybody. Everyone's having a great afternoon. Windows, delivery, blocked out wood bricks, definitely prison, yeah. Good to see you, Jerry. Welcome. Yeah, if I get in the sun here, it gets hot. This is an old house right here. That's again 19 teens. Good to see you, George. Yes, the car chase from Out for Justice happened. Yeah, a few blocks down. Yeah, I remember when they filmed that. That was so long ago. It's a funny car chase scene. That's also further down the road there. That's where he gets... Look at this cute little house here. Holy shit. Little casita. There's it's so funny. There's like this... there's like a whatchamacallit. There's like this scene where he gets seltzer. Give me a 6-pack of seltzer. Look, I found this dog. What should I name? Coracho. Oh yeah, Coracho. Oh yeah. Anyway, good to see you there, NYC girl. Now, for all you old school Brooklynites, you might remember this is the corner of 30th and 4th Avenue. Right here where this whole big building is, this is where the White Castle used to be. See, the police station is right here. This is the 72nd precinct. But this is where the old White Castle is. Look how big of a building they built here. There used to be a little White Castle right here. This is where the White Castle used to be. For all you old school Brooklynites. Now it's I think it's a hotel, or is it offices? It might be offices. Anyway. Yeah. This is 4th Avenue. 72nd Precinct. I got a new hotel over there, the Liberty. I've never seen that Liberty View Hotel. Wow, look at all the new development being built further down over there. Wow, there's so much. Another new building over there. Right, can you picture the White Castle here? I can picture the White Castle here. I used to ride my bike here like 3 o'clock in the morning. Get me some White Castle. Spent the evening drinking at home alone. I'm like, I'm gonna hop on my bike and get me some White Castle, man. And this is before there was a bike lane here. I would take 3rd Avenue up and down. Anyway, just can't get over the new construction. Look at the new construction down the way here. That's incredible. Wow. It's like Sim City. All right. Anyway, up to Greenwood Cemetery we go. Not even watching for pedestrians. Even though I have the light. Wouldn't be New York without scaffolding, but you know what? I like the scaffolding. It's shade. It's shade, people. It's shade. Look at that. We had two cool little spots. Yeah, 4th Avenue had a lot of development, especially closer to Park Slope. Yeah, because that was like a rezone. Looking forward to tomorrow's live. Yeah, what at City Field? It's gonna be fun. But Brooklyn has totally changed. Yeah. Fawn Marie. Aloha, Fawn Marie. Good to see ya. I have no idea exactly what time we're going to go on. The game starts at 1:40. So, I think sometime after that, but I really don't know exactly when we're going to be going on. We might hang out for a little bit. See what kind of, I got to also see what kind of energy is around our seats. Because I don't want to bother anyone live streaming. So, kind of pick up on the vibe out there. Now see, these blocks over here are super quiet because you know why? Right up the block here is Greenwood Cemetery. So this little strip here between 4th and 5th Avenues. This little strip here between 4th and 5th Avenues. As you can tell, see, it's like really quick. It's like we're just a couple of blocks up from the highway. That's how quiet that is. Real nice. Wow, Roosevelt Courts. I've never heard of this before. This is cool. Yo, I had no idea we had a Court Street over here. One of these little courtyard streets here with the apartment. Look at this nice little garden here. This is nice. Wow. Got a nice little block. Nice little block. Now we're on 5th Avenue. Yeah, not too many pros about scaffolding, but you just noticed one. Yeah, shade. Shade when the sun is too strong. All right, 29 streets. And we're gonna wait for another crosswalk here. We'll go another block or two down. We enter the park at 25th Street. See these blocks here? So nice. Now again, we have another spot for all you old school New Yorkers and Brooklynites. We have the old location of the Time Warner cable offices, then later on Spectrum. And recently, I believe they closed them, so they're no longer here. I used to come here and pay my cable bill all the time. But is it true that the highest point is in Brooklyn? I mean, Queens has its own highest point. All boroughs have their own high point. But now the highest point along the East Coast, that's Toad Hill in Staten Island. But we're going to the highest point in Brooklyn right now, which is Battle Hill. And that is where the Battle of Long Island took place, August 27th, 1776. Good to see you, Mary Lily. Welcome. Wait, is Spectrum still here, or did they just leave the sign up? This is where the old cable company is, right here. Yeah, I think this is empty. They just left their signage. I think they left the signage. Because now we could pay the bill. I know I could pay my cable bill closest to the house on 86th Street. But for the longest, this was Time Warner Cable right here. Good to see you, Carol Woods. Welcome. Welcome to Brooklyn. We're about to make our way into Greenwood Cemetery and make our way up to Battle Hill. And then we're going to make our way into Park Slope. I think technically we're still in Sunset Park, or maybe even Greenwood Heights. Look, there's a block party going on down there. Oh, that's cool. Jay Chulo. Good to see you, Jay. Welcome. Yeah, now I know. Robojacks. There's actually a bunch of bars around here, Robojacks. This may be a quiet neighborhood, but there's bars around here. There's actually my favorite beer garden in Brooklyn. Is not that far from here, and that's the Greenwood Beer Garden over on 6th Avenue. That's like my favorite beer garden. Love that place. I like that place because it's super bike friendly. You can just like roll in your bike and just have it next to the table. But yeah, Robojacks, a lot of great bars around here actually. This is like the neighborhood. And we're also not that far from Luigi's Pizza, which is always called one of the best pizza places in the city. That's like straight up the road here. That's right up here on 5th. And then here is the Baked in Brooklyn, where you can grab yourself a coffee and a sandwich and cupcakes and whatnot. Good to see you, Margaret. Happy Saturday. Buy 3 cupcakes, get 1 free. That sounds good. Cindy, you're more than welcome. But you grab yourself a little sandwich from Baked in Brooklyn right here. There's actually a taco place on the next block, but they only open late. Taco and beer place. And here it is. I've been dying to see this. They have recently restored this building right here. This is the Weir Greenhouse. Now it's going to be part of the Greenwood Cemetery Visitor Center. It's a beautiful structure that was built in the early 1900s. And it's been under renovation and rejuvenation for quite some time. And now it's ready. See, they even have an administration building here in the back. But the greenhouse is all fixed up. I'm excited to go inside and show you guys the inside of this place. But this was they were gonna demolish this. This was a little greenhouse. They used to sell flowers here for everyone who went to the cemetery. So it was just like a floral shop here. And yeah, look, they built a little community center, a little administration building here. And then they have this beautiful structure here that's gonna probably have events. Looks like it's like open inside, so they'll probably have some events in there and whatnot. It does look awesome. Very exciting. Mason Edens, good to see you. Guten Tag. Guten Tag, Germany. All right, into Greenwood we go. Here it is. So you get a really nice view of the building from here. Look Look at that. That's cool. That's so exciting. Let's head on in. See you, Sal. Welcome to Greenwood Cemetery. Thanks, I know, Neil. I know. Good to see you, Marty. Welcome. Now, I do have something like 5-hour tour planned to this place. Maybe when it gets a little cooler, we'll do that 5-hour tour of the park here. As for today, we're just gonna take a little gander at this place. Not too crazy. But Fire Maj Joe, good to see you. Welcome. Nice little breeze here, I'm not gonna lie, it's refreshing. Look at this beautiful entrance right here. This is where the little Quaker parrots live, amongst a couple of other places here in Greenwood. And if you can hear it, I'm already out of breath. I'm already out of breath. I'm already out of breath. Did you hear the parrot? That little parrot. Little green, little Quaker parrot. So the Quaker parrots came here by accident. There was like a crate in JFK Airport and it busted open. And the parrots escaped. And this was one of the places where the parrots were able to nest and find a home. And now you can find Quaker parrots here in Greenwood Cemetery, Prospect Park, Brooklyn College. There used to be a colony in Coney Island. Unfortunately, I don't think they were able to survive. But I know I got to slow down, right, Quacky? I got to slow down. Yeah, I'm going to slow down. Once I get off these paving stones, which I can't stand walking on, I'll slow down. Yes, we're going uphill. We've been going uphill since 3rd Avenue. But now it's like, it's going to really ramp up now as we get to the top of Battle Hill. Oh yeah, we're gonna go nice and slow. We're gonna go nice and slow here. So look, this is a monument right here to the Brooklyn Theater fire. Very sad tragedy. Wow, 278 were burned to death. Wow, yeah, a lot of famous people are buried here, Nicole. Actually, Nicole, on Battle Hill, Leonard Bernstein is buried there. So there's a lot of famous people. The artist Basquiat is buried here, as well as William Marcy Tweed, Boss Tweed, and George C. Tillieu. could actually see Coney Island from his gravesite. And also the inventor of the hot dog is buried out here too. So Charles Feltman, John Lennon is not buried here. He is not buried here. But it's kind of funny. Charles Feltman, inventor of the modern hot dog, his gravesite actually overlooks a Burger King. I think also the father of modern baseball, he's buried here, and a lot of famous people. It's true, Oleg. Unfortunately. Ooh. A lot of wildlife here too, as well. Supposedly, it depends, Nicole. I think there is a fee for the most part, but I think for some of the older ones, maybe not. But this cemetery here changed the concept of cemeteries, because this was a place where people could have picnics and stuff, and they encouraged that. And at one point, this was the most popular tourist destination in New York State. Well, we're going to the top of Battle Hill. And your boy is getting a workout. Look how high up we were going. We're going up, 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 up. Good to see you, Deborah. Yeah, Deborah, we're in Greenwood right now. We started at Industry City, and now we're in Greenpoint. Yeah, exactly, Sal. Yeah, I heard about that, Fawn. Yeah, he was cremated, and I've heard that his ashes were spread in Central Park and a couple of other places. Yeah, it's beautiful, Lisa. Very peaceful. All right, we're almost here to Battle Hill. I can see the monument. I can see the monument to the Civil War right up ahead here. Now the signal might get a little weird up here because it's always weird up here. So please be patient as we make our way up to Battle Hill here. It's a very peaceful place. All right, ooh, it looks like we have a tour. There's a tour going on at Battle Hill right now. All right, that's cool. There you go, Bobby Fischer, Doris Day, Louis Armstrong, DeWitt Clinton, amongst many others here at Greenwood. Okay, I'm gonna try to go slow now to kill some time here. Pardon the pun. But this is Battle Hill right here, and this is the memorial for all the Union soldiers. Now look at the view here. Oh, the tour guide's literally in the part of the tour where he's talking about, we're going to see the statue of Minerva in a moment. But while the tour guide does his job, Look at this view from Battle Hill. This is the highest point in the whole borough of Brooklyn. There's Lower Manhattan. You can see Hudson Yards, as well as downtown Brooklyn coming into the shot right over there. Wow, the tour guide is really touring. He's really giving these people a proper tour right now. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of space here. The tour guide is, so we're gonna walk around Battle Hill here. And I'll show you the grave of Leonard Bernstein. He's right here. He's right up here by Minerva. But we're gonna see Minerva. Unbelievable views. This tour guide is really giving a tour here. Yeah, they're kind of a late summer tradition, Strawberry. I have to agree. Okay, looks like the tour guide's going to begin to move on here. But the signal's doing it as best it can. It gets a little weird up here at the top of the hill here. Let me try to. But Leonard Bernstein's like, look, here's a Litchfield. Here's a Litchfield family. They have a house not that far from here, the Litchfield Villa. Oh wow, this is still here. Oh, look at this. We have art. So this is the tomb effigy of Margaret Corbin. We saw this piece of art in Inwood Park, uptown. Wow, it's so cool. I thought they moved this again, but they didn't move it. But we saw this up in Inwood Park in Fort Tryon Park a couple of years back. And then we saw this here probably like a year ago. Oh, it's so cool. It's right here. Margaret Corbin, tomb effigy by Zaz Landsberg. That's so cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the sign here, and if you guys want to read the sign, I'm not going to read it out, but I'm just going to let you guys read this sign here. And you could pause the video if you want. Not know this was still here. This is really cool. Yeah, the detail on it's crazy. Yeah, more visitors came here than Niagara Falls at some point. This was the #1 tourist destination. But you get some amazing statues here, and this is why we're here. Here is Minerva, right here on top of Battle Hill. Now what she is doing is she is saluting the Statue of Liberty. Good to see you, Carol. Welcome. I just love this statue here. One of my favorites. Altar to Liberty, 1919. Now watch. We're going to come around. She has her hand raised in triumph, and then we look out straight down this way and look, check it out. This is probably one of the coolest things I show on the live stream. I love showing this. There she is. We are right in front of Liberty enlightening the world. There is your Statue of Liberty. Right there. We are directly in front of her. They drew literally a straight line from Liberty to Minerva. The altar to Liberty. They were going to build a building taller to block the view, but they forced the building developer to build just short enough so that Minerva doesn't lose her view of Liberty. Yeah, this is probably one of the first views that needs to be landmarked. Right there. How cool is that? And you can also see how high up we are. I think we're almost 300 feet above sea level right here. And then Leonard Bernstein is like right here. He's like right back here somewhere. How cool is that? See if I can find it. He's right up here somewhere. Actually, I don't think I can find it. See that? He's around the other side here. We'll check the other side here, and then we'll begin to make our way towards Park Slope. Yeah, the leaves, not a lot of the leaves changing color just yet. We are still in meteorological summer, so it's still officially summer until the 21st of September. So we still have a few more days left in summer. And if you don't know, in the next couple of days, it is going to get pretty warm here in New York. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I can't find Leonard Bernstein. He's up there somewhere. But what we'll do is let's just kind of meander around here. Let's kind of just meander around. Make our way towards 7th Avenue. Will I go to San Gennaro? Sometime next week, Ethan. Sometime next week. I was planning to go on tonight, but I ended up working this morning, so I don't feel like being in the city for 14 hours. So this is a famous, very famous mausoleum here. And what's cool is that people offer the dogs sticks. Robojacks, good to see you. Robojacks, thank you so much, man. Have a good evening, man. Thanks for tuning in. But look, everybody gives the dogs sticks. Like a tradition here. You too, buddy. One for you too. I saw these ones fall. There you go, buddy. I love it. It's like a thing people do here. Yeah, high 70s, low 80s next week. So, I hopefully me and the Duchess are at 7th Avenue now. Din Din, good to see you, Din Din. Welcome. Out there in Trinidad. You guys are coming out here on Monday? Gotta have good weather. It's gonna be nice and warm for you guys. So I think you guys are bringing up the heat. Me and the Duchess are going to hopefully try to get out to the Rockaways on Tuesday. And I'm so happy I'm wearing shorts today. You have no idea. how peaceful and beautiful this is. Yeah, he loves cemeteries. Me too. Chris, good to see you from Ireland. Welcome, Chris. Hey, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, Chris. Yeah, exactly. Cemeteries are great places to kind of reflect and get some exercise and just have a little moment. But yeah, Dindon, we're in Greenwood right now. We're just coming from Minerva. Lucy Walls is checking in from the United Kingdom. Welcome. Very beautiful place, Moishin. Very beautiful place. There you go, Divine. Good to see you. Good to see you, Junior, out there in Coney Island. Welcome. Some of these graves just have sometimes the most beautiful flower arrangements. It's really nice. Very well maintained, yes. Wow, Evergreen Cemetery, yeah. There are a couple of beautiful spots in Evergreen's Cemetery as well. Good to see you there, Kaz. Okay, we're coming to the 7th Avenue gate of Greenwood. This is where we're going to leave the cemetery now. And head on to 7th Avenue. Coming up next, we have the filming location for Dog Day afternoon. Ethan, I mean, this is not the place to ask people if they play a video game. I mean, I don't understand that. There is a time and place for everything. Definitely not now here in Greenwood Cemetery to ask if people play a video game. It's a beautiful cemetery, lovingly restored or maintained. This is a national landmark. So this is a landmark, so it has to maintain a certain level of maintenance. Now we're going to walk 7th Avenue. Cemeteries are a bloody mess. Well, Lucy, I mean, this isn't, an everyday cemetery. This is a historic landmark, so. This is why it's so well maintained. Good to see you, Trevor. Welcome. But now, one of my favorite movies starring Al Pacino coming up is the filming location for Dog Day Afternoon. I think one of my, besides the opening to Die Hard with a Vengeance, probably one of my other favorite movie opens is the opening of Dog Day Afternoon. It's so 70s New York. It's Elton John. It's just beautiful scenery of the city when the city wasn't loved very much. And that opening of Dog Day Afternoon is just so good. Just so freaking good. I love editing video and visuals to music, and that's one of my favorite combinations right there. So if you've never seen Dog Day Afternoon, the opening is here on YouTube, so you don't need to watch the whole movie. You just want to see the opening. But it's a beautiful sequence. But Trevor, my day is going fantastic. I had an awesome burrito for lunch. But yeah, no, Lucy is very well maintained. Happy Saturday, everybody. Yeah, something like that. I think it's 1974. Something like that. Yeah, but exactly, even before being landmarked, there were a lot of powerful and wealthy people buried here. This is the Prospect Expressway right here. Oh my God, right? Nina, The Professional, is another one of my favorite movies. That's another one of my favorite movies. I love Professional. Good to see you, Shutter Adventures. Welcome. Yeah, I had a lovely burrito. Lovely. All right, this is 18th Street. Welcome to Park Slope, everybody. We're in Park Slope. This guy is not going to stop. He is going to run me the fuck over. You like that opening to Goodfellas? Oh, awesome, Kaz. Right here. Now, the building has been altered, but this right here, this was where the bank was. The skeleton of the building is still the same, but they changed around the outside of it. But this is where Dog Day Afternoon was filmed. And then on this side of the street here, and I almost want to say that this is the barbershop they use, the hair salon, as it's right across. But right there. There it is, the filming. I always think about my favorites. Another one of my favorite scenes from Dog Day Afternoon is when they fly the helicopter right over this intersection right here. There's a helicopter literally right there touching the tree. But the whole, right here, this is where it's filmed. And then on the other side of the street here, this is all the same. All these storefronts here. They used all these storefronts in the movie. There's a lot of great bars. Farrell's we're going to pass by in a little bit, Neil. That's a classic Brooklyn bar dating back to the 1930s. But there it is, everyone. The filming location for Dog Day Afternoon. And that's what I literally always say on the tour. I say, you know, New York is a movie set. It's not real.
Yeah.
And then look at this, right down the block. Coney Island Jim turned me on to this place. Here is the Dog Day Afternoon hot dog spot here. And me and Jim had a hot dog here on live stream once. But they got a Miss Pac-Man machine in there. But if you want a really good hot dog, you come right here. What do we got going on here? We got like a... Do we have some kind of outdoor festival happening here? I hear music. Or is that just some music? That's just... Oh yeah, we got some kind of music happening. Look at that old school hand-painted delicatessen sign. Let's see, what's happening down here? Quacky, you're getting your wish. I have no idea what's coming up now. Good to see you, Dank House. So many spots, right? So much iconic history all around here. Thank you so much for tuning on in, Dank. Where is this music coming from? Oh, they're having like a thing here in the back of the church. Welcome, Dank. What the hell's going on over here? Let's see what the hell's going on. It's like how they got the Irish flag flying. Oh, this is the Great Irish Fair. Oh, it's 20 bucks to enter. There you go, 1975. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, the Great Irish Fair. Dank House, thank you so much for subscribing. All right, let's continue on. Yeah, I know, 20 bucks, right? It's expensive. Good to see you, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Yeah, halfway to St. Patrick's Day. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Park Slope is such a cool neighborhood. I think we're having a little bit of a stutter in the signal here. So we're gonna do our best to keep on moving here. I know, right? Strawberry, that better come with a couple of beers. You might be just paying for the music. we keep on going. So here comes Farrell's. It's right down here. Good to see you, MS. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now I love Farrell's here because it's has such a beautiful interior. If you want to drink in an old school Brooklyn bar, you come here to Farrell's. I got the old, oh, that's right, we're in Windsor Terrace now. Look at that sign, it's 1933. So now we're crossing 16th Street. That's right, we're in Windsor Terrace, correct. We're in Windsor Terrace. And then once we cross another street over here, then we're gonna be in Park Slope. Good to see you, John the Beagle Dad, welcome. I guess we'll try to cut across Prospect Park. Let's see how this signal is in there. The signal might be complete junk in there, so please keep that in mind. I think we'll walk the Long Meadow. That's what we'll do. Yeah, it's a good-looking pub. It's a good-looking pub, Din Din. I haven't had a beer in Farrell's in a very long time. I haven't had a beer in there in a very long time. I used to have a couple of friends who used to live up here, but now they all moved away. It's expensive to live here. Because why? Because you got Prospect Park right here. We're about to enter Prospect Park here. Then right across the street, the Nighthawk Theater. It had another name. It wants to give me the name of the old school theater that used to be there, but now it's still a theater. It's called the Nighthawk. see that theater was saved. And continues on. Good to see you, Rolo and MS. Welcome. Good to see everybody. The Pavilion. Thank you so much. The Pavilion, everybody. I knew that name. The old theater. Really? I've heard about that. Is that true? I'm going to have to look into that. If the Three Stooges started their career at the Pavilion. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the time and the era, you know, checks out. But I don't know if that's true or not. But I've heard that. I've heard that from a few different sources. Do I hear more live music? I hear more live music. Let's head into Prospect Park, everybody. I got some free books. If you want a free book. Where is it? Oh my God, we got a mariachi band out here. Yo. I can listen to mariachi music any day. Yo, let's see the mariachi band really quick. I love this. This is so Brooklyn. Yes, I gotta start playing drums again, right? Good to see you, Brian Davis. Welcome. Oh, this is so cool. Hey!
Para todos ustedes, especialmente para Doña
so
Gloria.
Cool.
Bueno, pues denle otra cervecita a Doña Gloria.
Oh, I love this.
Bueno, pues con calma, ¿verdad? Y nos amanecemos. Así nos gusta verlos que estén bailando, disfrutando. A todos ustedes, de verdad, la estamos pasando también de maravilla con todos ustedes.
I freaking love that.
Seguimos, muchachos, digan saludcita, como que tengan. Saludcita, saludcita.
Herb Alfred and his trumpet. That's a mariachi band and their trumpets. I have no idea what they're saying. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. But I think he says something to the effect when they finish the song that he welcomes the family that invited them out there and keep on dancing and enjoying the music. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Yeah, the names are back to normal. The regular usernames are back. Now again, the signal is going to be a little bit weird in here because there's a lot of people in the park today. So please be patient with the signal. Even with two connections, we have problems from time to time. Yeah, I'm going to walk along the main. Yeah, I think it could be a wedding. Right, he encouraged them to have another beer, right, and dance. Yeah, freaking celebrate. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, I'm going to stay here in the main drive. And we'll head up to the Memorial Arch. Yeah, exactly, Anne. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful day out here today. Beautiful day. Good to see you, Jerry. You're welcome. Jerry, thank you for tuning on in. I love everyone having their picnics out here. Everyone out here exercising. The Long Meadow looks pretty crowded out there. A lot of people out there. We're gonna head up towards the Memorial Arch. And then we'll go by the Underhill Walls to go see some art. There are a couple of new murals on the Underhill Walls. And one pays tribute to my favorite man, the great Frank Sinatra. There's a new mural up there entitled Summer Wind. So we got that coming up in a little bit if you're just joining us. So welcome to Brooklyn. Welcome to Prospect Park. Prospect Park is 526 acres. Now, while it's smaller than Central Park, it does have more trees than Central Park. It's estimated Prospect Park has around 65 to 70,000 trees. And some of these trees actually predate the park. We do have some trees that date back to the Revolutionary era. But yep, we're getting our last days of summer in. Might as well take a nice walk around Brooklyn, huh? But that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna head up to the Memorial Arch and head over to the Underhill Walls if you're just joining us. Prospect Park, also designed by the same two architects who designed Central Park. Frederick Lahr Olmsted, Calvert Vaux. Frederick Lahr Olmsted is an American-born landscape architect. He directs the trees here in Prospect Park. Calvert Vaux, he creates the infrastructure to allow all this nature, in quotation marks, to thrive and live. The Hall and Oates of landscape architecture. So unfortunately, Brian, I do not have my Prospect Park graphic ready to go. Unfortunately, I do not have my Prospect Park graphic. Prospect Park would be the 11th largest park in all of New York City. Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have my park list ready to go. I'm sorry about that. Here's somebody playing some soca music. Winding and grinding there, eh? Oh my God, we got Christmas lights coming up. Are you the old geezer here? Maybe. I do skew to an older demographic. If you have a beer for me. Do me a favor. I'm probably gonna have a beer tomorrow at the game. So, but yeah, you know what, Brian, you caught me slacking, my friend. I gotta get my park graphics ready to go. I was actually expecting to live stream a battle of the brass bands in Industry City, and there was some debate whether I could live stream it or not, and ultimately they said no because it's a ticketed event. So it's all good. Maybe next year. Next year I think I'll go through the proper channels and the people who organize it and try to incentivize them. Say, you know what, it might be nice to have me live streaming for you guys. I could have shared their QR code to make donations and whatnot. I offered to do that, but they still said no. So, and now we're getting this kind of cool moment where like nothing is planned today. We're just kind of winging it. Good to see you, Leela. Welcome. That's true. I like that, Carol. The Lennon and McCartney of landscape architecture. I like that. But good to see you, Leela. Welcome.
If you want to go ahead, wait for me to have.
Good to see everybody, people. Yeah, we covered that in the past. I think 3 years ago we covered it, but it was like a free event when we covered it. And Leela, channel member for the last 43 months. Leela, I want to thank you and all the channel members for having faith in me as a content creator. And thank you so much for being one of us. One of us. Gooba gaba, gooba gaba. One of us. One of us, people. One of us. Appreciate that. People looking at me like I'm crazy right now. We're actually right behind the maintenance facility here for Prospect Park. And I think they're rebuilding the maintenance facility, if I'm not mistaken. Right back over here. So so we were at Battle Hill, right? That monument pays tribute to the battle that happened on that hill. And yes, the main part of that battle happened on that hill in Greenwood Cemetery, but it also happened here in Prospect Park. And here in Prospect Park, on the second highest natural glaze of land in Brooklyn, it's called Lookout Hill. On Lookout Hill, there is the Maryland 400 monument, which pays tribute to the Army Regiment from Maryland that pretty much got slaughtered. They sacrificed themselves here on the hills of what's today Prospect Park to allow George Washington and his Continental Army to escape back to Manhattan, to be able to hold on to the island of Manhattan. And we've been there before. We're gonna hit up. We're gonna go by there again soon when we do a proper walk around of Prospect Park. Today we're just kind of like going light. So please be patient if we're dropping out here. But this is the picnic house right here. Right up there. That's the picnic house. And then coming up on our left-hand side is going to be the Litchfield Villa. So we passed the Litchfield family's grave site in Greenwood Cemetery. Now we're going to pass the villa. But the Litchfield Villa and the Litchfield family were the family that basically owned all the land that is today the neighborhood of Park Slope. And when they acquired their section of property for today's Prospect Park, it cost nearly 2/3 the amount of money allocated. So for a very small portion of the park, it cost nearly 2/3 of the total budget allocated to buy land. So it's pretty incredible. But it looks like we're having a little bit of a signal issue, so please be patient as we make our way around. There we go. We're having a little bit of a signal issue, so please be patient as we make our way through this wacky signal area. Bloody hell with this signal out here. Having fond memories riding your bike up and down this hill. Nice. I'm glad you're enjoying, Quacky. I'm sorry the signal's so messed up over here, guys. We should be getting into a better signal once we get towards the Memorial Arch here. So please stand by as we make our way towards Grand Army Plaza. Yeah, exactly. The trees are ruining the signal. Back in the day, it was a good park to learn how to drive a car, but it's much better now. Well, we're almost through the bad area here. The signal is always in bad shape out here, so just got to be patient. That's all we could do. I'm not exactly in control of the cellular network. And I'm still going uphill. I'm still going uphill here. Dean, it is beautiful here. Welcome. We're having a little bit of a signal issue here because this part of the park always has signal issues, especially when the park is crowded. But we're almost to the good part now. And it looks like we are slowly but surely getting our signal back. Make sure to reboot the broadcast if you're frozen. We should be getting into the good momentarily. There we go. Yeah, Quack, this is a workout today because we've been going uphill for the better part of 90 minutes. we were pretty much at sea level, and now we're all the way up at the top of the moraine. I'm gonna go this way. Okay. But we're getting the workout here today. We're getting a workout for you guys today.
I kind of started it.
All right, people. We have made it to Grand Army Plaza. Bonsoir, bienvenue, Nebul. Everyone follow Nebul, fantastic live streamer, content creator out there in the south of France. See what it's like on the Bay of Saint-Tropez with Nebul. Oh my God, I saw that guy. The guy who just passed us in the yellow when I finished my bicycle tour, he was renting one of our bikes. Oh, that's so funny. It's a small world, I tell you. It's a small world. That's crazy. All right, people, welcome to Grand Army Plaza. This is the very northern tip of Prospect Park, which now features a weird piece of art. Okay, it's like a big bent piece of metal. All right, I guess it's art. It looks okay. It looks okay. Yeah, Kaz, I gotta start running. I need to start running. Looks like we had some kind of green market here. And the Memorial Arch now coming into view, newly cleaned up and restored. Here's the beautiful memorial arch. 1892 was created. The memorial arch pays tribute to everyone we lost during the Civil War. So you saw not one but two Civil War monuments today. Good to see you, Mrs. Metalhead, up there in the Pelhams. Welcome. Shout out to Mr. Metalhead and Jax in the deluxe apartment in the sky. Good to see y'all. Cannot wait for tomorrow. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow. We're gonna have a hoot tomorrow. That is for sure. But here it is, the Memorial Arch. Now I'm hoping they are gonna have a day when you could go up the stairs here. There's stairs inside of here, and you could go up to the top. I'm hoping to head up there. I would not do that because they have the turn light. This used to be a traffic circle. Now it's like a half a traffic circle. Yeah, one of the few places that depicts Lincoln on a horse. Actually, I'll show you guys that once we get the light here. There we go. So yeah, let's show you guys that. This is what makes this memorial so famous. Here he is. Here is Abraham Lincoln on a horse. There you guys go. There you go, Neil. Yeah, the detail's crazy. The statues on the top are like super highly detailed. And I'm hoping one day to take you guys up there, because the view up there is pretty crazy. But as we wait for the light over here, I'll show you some of the brass statues on here, which were added years later, by the way. They weren't originally here. But check it out. These are all kind of images of the war. It's pretty neat. And then of course you have Liberty on her chariots. It's pretty cool. The Memorial Arch. I'll tell you one thing, it's warm out here. I'm starting to feel this walk now. An hour and 45 minutes in. And I am starting to feel, I'm loving all this bicycle traffic though. Nice seeing a little bit of organization to the chaos. All right, time to hit up the Underhill Walls, everybody. We're gonna go say hello to Frank Sinatra and a couple of other really prominent musicians. Not necessarily with ties to Brooklyn, just great musicians. Yeah, Dean, get yourself a bike, man. It's a great way to get around. This is Eastern Parkway. If we keep on going down this way here, you will encounter the neighborhoods of Bedford-Stuyvesant, Crown Heights, East New York, Brownsville. But this Eastern Parkway goes along the moraine, the glacier spine that is Long Island, the terminal moraine. Also down that way is the Brooklyn Museum, Brooklyn Botanical Garden, and a whole bunch of other spots. Yep, that's right, Neil. So now we're in the neighborhood of Prospect Heights. Yeah, no, I'm not allowed. I've actually tried to live stream here a couple of times, Neil. Two problems. One, a lot of the exhibits, they don't want photography in there. But two, the building itself makes it very hard to live stream from the building. It's a lot of thick concrete and steel in there, so you really can't get a signal out that's worthwhile, unfortunately. But now we're going to see some lovely art over here at the Underhill Walls. So we're going to hang a right-hand turn here on St. John's Place. And make sure to give Underhill Walls a follow on Instagram. And if you can, donate some money to their GoFundMe. They're trying to raise some funds to maybe possibly get a more permanent location to showcase this ever-changing collection of art. Every few months, these murals change out. And we have seen some incredible murals over the years here at Underhill. And looks like we're having another network problem here. I don't think we're losing sound though. But we should be able to see the murals here. Oh wow, we got some new ones here. We got some new ones. All right. We got Tupac. Wow. This is neat. Wow. Oh, Frankie Botts. Frankie Botts did this one. Holy shit, I didn't even know he had a piece up. I didn't even know he had a piece on the Underhill Walls. Thank you so much, Neil, with the link. Perhaps I was addicted to the dark side somewhere inside childhood, witnessed my heart die. And though we both came from the same influences, the money and fame made us and changed places. How it could be. Thought the mystery that came to pass. The hard times make it a true friend, afraid to ask for currency. Wow, this is really cool. Wow, Frankie Botts is a really, really good muralist. I am surprised. I am surprised this guitar is still here, but it is. The guitar is a little beat up for wear, but the guitar is still here. But you guys could name them. I love showing off these walls. But now we have a new one here in the corner. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Summer. So this is called Summer Wind. Frankie. Here's Frank Sinatra. How great is that? Yeah, that's right. You had Doom. Thanks for hitting that like button, guys. 200 likes. Let's get on to 300. These are all so cool. Love animal. That's my spirit animal's animal. Wow. These are so cool. Oh my goodness, it's a new one. Got a couple of new ones here. Oh yeah. That's cool. Very nice. See, you don't need to go to some art gallery to see really cool art. But there's a link that Neil just posted. So hit up the GoFundMe and donate. So besides this collection of murals, they also do another collection of murals not that far away from here in a schoolyard. So I help them keep going. Really cool. Really, really neat. But yeah, I really enjoy this summer wind right here. This is really cool. Let's continue on. Let's go down Flatbush, Flatbush. Let's go down Flatbush. For all you hardcore Brooklynites, you know what I'm talking about. Flatbush, Flatbush, Utica. The siren song of the dollar vans. We're gonna go down Flatbush, Flatbush. Okay, we're gonna head through this weird dead zone here again. Yeah, that was Doom. That was MF Doom. Yeah, the guy with the mask on. They just threw Doom in there. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Appreciate it. Right, wasn't that cool, Kaz? Kaz, I love showing off the Underhill Walls. Love showing off that spot. That's one of my favorite spots to show off. There's a low-flying helicopter somewhere over here. If you're new to the broadcast, are you just joining us? Tell us where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. A very good afternoon to you too there, Mr. Metalhead. Welcome. Hope you and Jax are enjoying probably got the AC on, right? Anyone who's watching here in New York, y'all probably got the AC turned on. It's a little warm up here in New York today, but it is still summertime. Summertime for another week or so. And tomorrow's going to be a warm day. Tomorrow the high temperature is going to be 82. So a perfect day for some Mets baseball at Citi Field. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. Make sure you have notification bell turned on, because I don't know exactly when I'm going to be coming on tomorrow. We might even do like a dual broadcast, like Danette and Anthony on their channel, and we're on our channel here at the same time. We'll figure it out. I just want to do some baseball commentating with Anthony. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Coming up to Vanderbilt Avenue. This is the easternmost edge of the Atlantic Yards project, which is just up to the north of us. And actually, you know what I should do? You know, we never walk down Vanderbilt. You know what? Instead of taking Flatbush, you know what, guys? Let's walk down Vanderbilt. And let me show you guys the Atlantic Yards project. We never go down Vanderbilt Avenue. The only time we go down Vanderbilt Avenue is when we're on a bike. So let's take a walk up this Vanderbilt Avenue. If we go straight on Vanderbilt Avenue in this direction here, you will encounter the Brooklyn Navy Yard. But we're just gonna walk this to the Atlantic Yard site. Then we're gonna walk along the Atlantic Yard site to the Barclays Center. But Mr. Metalhead, it's gonna be a blast, my friend. It's gonna be a blast. We got a beautiful weather. I think we're gonna have some decorative clouds for tomorrow, but perfect weather for baseball. That is for sure. Let's go Mets. Yeah, are they holding the final wild card position? That's a big deal. Yeah, we're doing so well after we went to the game. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets.
Yeah, I mean, he said let's turn on the computer.
Yes, it is the same as the Vanderbilts who built the mansions. But I think they only I think they might have named this because of what's at the end of the block, not like along the whole street here. Yeah, Oleg, sometimes notifications don't come through, and I don't know why. You may have notifications turned on, you just may not get them. Unfortunately, here on YouTube, notifications are algorithmic, so they're going to only give you notifications if they believe that you're going to watch the show. So I always say unsubscribe, resubscribe, hit the notification bell then, and that should work. But also watch replays and leave a like or a comment on the replays, and that will help you out. Ooh, we got a closed street. Yes, let's go. They got closed streets here. Look at this two-way bike lane. And then they got the closed street here. Oh, this is nice. We get to walk right down the middle of Vanderbilt here. Oh, that's cool. And you see those tall buildings at the end of the street? That's all Atlantic Yards. That's the whole Atlantic Yards project. So you got to go to the posts page there, Stephanie, and make sure you have your YouTube app updated, because you need to have your YouTube app updated. But let me see if I can show you right now, Stephanie. Let me see if I can show you right now. So you have the channel page here, and then you see that. You see it says visit community. That's what you want to hit. You hit that. You hit that, and then you get to see all the screenshots. Oh my goodness, look at that. Hello, replay viewers. Oh my God, Quacky. Quacky, thank you for this, man. I gotta leave a comment on that. And then you want to put newest. And look, Kaz Cat's got some screenshots here an hour ago from this September 11th one. This is so cool. Mark Freeman, thank you so much for the Hubba Bubba. Oh my goodness, Mr. Metalhead, that's right. Mr. Metalhead got our pictures from Coney Island. Look at that. Oh my goodness, Mr. Metalhead killed it with the, look at this. This is the view from Mr. Metalhead's deluxe apartment in the sky. Wow, that's so cool. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome, guys. I'm gonna leave a comment on all these when I hop on the train going home. But that's what you gotta look for. Just look for the community tab there. It's all good, Stephanie. Stephanie, it should be available on your laptop as well. I just don't know how to navigate to there. You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. Like I say, like I always say, like doing these live streams, it's a very humbling experience. It really does. I tell you, you guys make me so happy. Sometimes I'm so grateful for all of you guys who interact and join us and contribute. These little closed streets here are cool. I'm gonna leave a comment on all those. Yes. You will take credit for all the pictures in the sky. I appreciate that. Mrs. Metalhead, they were beautiful. Thank you so much for that. But here we are, if you're just joining us. We're going north on Vanderbilt. And we're gonna head up to the old Atlantic Yards project here. And then we're gonna walk along the Atlantic Yards project, and I will tell you the most controversial thing that is in plain sight at the Atlantic Yards project. But you got all these nice little shops out here. Nice little bars. Just a nice spot out here. Super great little neighborhood here. Probably some of the greatest neighborhoods in all of Brooklyn are right here. A little expensive, of course. Probably some of the most expensive neighborhoods in the borough of Brooklyn, but it's nice walking down a hill. Yeah, if you're on your phone, you might need to update your app to find the community tab there, the community page. But it is there. But if you're on iPhone or Android, you may need to update the app. Dude, we have a band playing down here. Say one thing, there's a lot more bikes coming up the street now. Brooklyn Joys, good to see you. You're on your iPad, nice. Found it on your phone, beautiful, Stephanie, beautiful. Now again, guys, if you find a community page, if you take screenshots, share them to the community page, share them with all of us, and all you guys, go to the community page, hit that like button on all those beautiful posts. There you go, it's on the main menu of the channel, left corner. There you go. Mr. Metalhead, thank you so much. Brooklyn Organic Buds, the neighborhood's first legal dispensary. I am still not used to all these dispensaries being around. Oh, so here we are. This is Dean Street. And this is the eastern end of the Atlantic Yards project. Wow. This is the eastern end of the Atlantic Yards project right here. The very controversial Atlantic Yards project. We lost a lot of historic buildings here. Probably some of the most famous is just down the block here, not that far from here, was the original Spalding Ball Factory. That was there for quite some time. Wow, look at this whole corridor here of buildings. That's wild. My first time seeing this all done close up. Like I said, when we come through here, we're usually only on the bike. So it's nice to actually be walking around here right now. Wow, this is wild. Yeah, I love these closed walkable streets, yeah. Love this area. Oh, wow, you remember of visiting your aunt and uncle as a kid. Awesome. Brooklyn Joys, you remember that? Now, here is the funny and controversial part of this whole development here. So this is the eastern end of the project. And then right across the street here is the old Vanderbilt train yard. This train yard is for the LIRR, and it is still a train yard. But over the train yard, this is where they were supposed to build the affordable housing components to Atlantic Yards. And here's the funny part. As you can see, they've built none of it. I think they're taking like a $2 or $3 million hit every week, or sorry, every month, because they never built the affordable housing component to the project. So they really haven't built any. All the affordable housing was supposed to go right here. There's 2 sections to this, and they built none of it. Yo, Forrest Sidney Ratner, why you lied to everybody? Why did you lie to everybody? Forest City Ratners are completed. Oh my Lord, look here, but here's a rail yard right down there. This is the rail yard for the LIRR. And the Spalding Ball Factory was like a block up. At one point, there were like 3 people living in the whole building before they built all of this. Oh my Lord, look at this. This is crazy. Now, if you go digging around on this YouTube channel, you will find a very small clip. Oh, look at this nice little plaza here. You'll find a very short clip of a movie that me and my friend made. We made a documentary about the Atlantic Yards project. What is this? All right, people, what do you think this is? It says DG on it. It's a very nice case. Okay. Look, here it is. Look, the Ward Bread Company. Look at this. They actually, this is kind of crazy that they have the signage here for the old factories that used to be here. At least they preserved pieces of the building. Look at this. They have like the old tile work here. Wow, yeah, so this is the Ward Bread Factory. And these were all later on converted into apartments. So by the 1990s, these were apartments. Look, demolished in 2008. I wonder if they have one for the Spalding Ball Factory. Let's see. Let's make our way down. This is gentrification at its best, yeah. But it's kind of ironic. Like, this is all, like, to our left here is all the market rate housing. And then all the affordable housing is not here. They just haven't built it, which is hilarious. It's freaking funny. Yep, exactly. Forest City. Well, this is Forest City Ratner who built this. This is Forest City Ratner. I mean, I spent so many months walking this area here, and now to be walking here now, seeing dogs play on the lawn and all of these new buildings here. This is crazy. This is crazy. And I think the next building up here, is going to be the Spalding Ball Factory. And I wonder if there's a sign outside for it, like the bread company sign. I probably doubt it, because the Spalding Ball Factory was one of the more contentious final residents of this area. Why don't that give me a dirty look, bro? That's such a dirty look from that guy. God damn. Wow, this is a trip to see all this. This is tripping me out. Because I literally spent months down here when they began to demolish the buildings and everything. Wow. And then here coming up is going to be the last remnants of some of the brownstones here. Wow. This is tripping me out, seeing all this come together. Yeah, Spalding. Good to see you, Jeanette Trainer. Yeah, there's no affordable housing. They never built the affordable housing component. That's supposed to be to our right-hand side. They never built any of it. Look, at least we got this little block. I remember when they built all around these townhouses here. Wow, this is trippy. Yeah, I remember when they had this all blocked off and they were working on all this. These people had to endure years of construction. These people really, they held on. Wow, just tripped out. But see, here's the other section now. This is the other section of the affordable housing component, which they've never built. And then we have another factory here. This is like the one factory that they kept, is right here. And I forgot what factory this was. But this was another factory here that's now apartments. Wow. Right, you remember when there was like literally nothing here? Okay, you Googled it, Carol? Okay. No, it was a long process to get this all built. And especially for the people living in those townhouses, like it was a tough time living here. Especially for these people living in this building right here. This old factory building here. These are all apartments now and workspaces. It was tough for these people to live here too. But none of the affordable housing across the street. It's still completely vacant. And that was, this whole project was contingent on the affordable housing aspect, and they just never built it, which is crazy. Look, we're coming up to the Atlantic Terminal stores here. We're coming up from behind them, which is right over there. That's where the Target is and everything. And then right in front of us is going to be Barclays Center. Wow. I probably look crazy staring at all this stuff right now because I spent so much time here in the early 2000s. Wow. And then boom, right here in front of us is Atlantic Yards. Atlantic Yards and 6th Avenue coming up. So I think right here, it was right here was the Spalding Ball Factory. Right here. Might have been right here, or actually right at the back end of the stadium. It might have been actually the back end of the stadium. But it's crazy. Like, look, you have these apartments right here. And then you have the Barclays Center right up there. E-bike Mike. Good to see you, Mike. Welcome. Mike, I'm hoping to go for another test ride of the bike on Monday. I want to see what kind of range I could get on it just using the low power. See how far we could go on Monday. So good to see you, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Hope you got a ride in today because it was beautiful this morning. Look, this is the back end of Barclays Center. Would you want to live on an apartment that overlooks the Barclays Center? This building right here, to our left-hand side, this is one of the largest prefabricated apartment buildings in the world. Basically, they built the apartments in a factory, and then they all, like Legos, they stacked them all on top of each other. And then right up the block here is a police precinct, and they use the exterior of that police precinct for the TV show Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Let's go down towards this way here. Wow, this is wild. But none of the affordable housing component has been built. None of it. It looks like they did update the rail yard though. This is the Vanderbilt terminal. Ah, awesome, Mike. Yeah, Mike, today was a day to ride, man. This morning was a beautiful morning to ride. But it's amazing how Essex Crossing and Brooklyn Crossing look alike. My God, it's so monotonous, this name. Look up Essex Crossing and the Lower East Side, and then look up Brooklyn Crossing. They look identical. Oh my God, look, they got the Simpson restaurant and bar. That sounds good. And then boom, here's the Best Buy, the Stop and Shop, the Burlington, and then just down the block, the Target. That's right, here it is, the 78th precinct. Thank you so much. Yeah, you overlook the roof of the Barclays, which they put grass up there. It was supposed to be a public park. When Frank Gehry first designed the first version of what's now the Barclays Center, the idea was to have a public park on top of the arena, and they deemed that to be a little too expensive to build. And then the Blars Ingle Group, BIG as it's called, they're the ones who designed what we're seeing now, the current iteration of the Barclays Center. And I always say, if you get a seat here at the Barclays Center for any event, try to get a seat in the lower level, not the upper level. The lower level is much more pleasant than the upper level. The upper level is very steep. If you get vertigo, you got to get dizzy. I don't recommend it. But of course, this is the home of the New York Liberty and the Brooklyn Nets. Hey guys. Ah, there you go, Trish. Wow, YouTube won't update. Wow, really, Trish? That's crazy. I didn't know hopefully they'll update it for everyone soon. So of course we're walking along oh, this is not Flatbush, this is the other one. This is Atlantic. Wow. Wow, we made it, everybody. We made it to the Target. We're in downtown Brooklyn. We've made it. Yay! Well, they got some art over here. Let's see the art really quick. Yeah, Mike, that's what I want to test out on Monday. I want to test out I want to test it out on the low. Oh, that's cool. We got some players here. Wow. Let's go, WNBA champions. The Brooklyn, the New, I'm gonna say Brooklyn Liberty. They play here in Brooklyn. It's a New York Liberty. A shout out to the New York Liberty. Y'all did Brooklyn proud. Oh, this is cool. This is really neat. I like it. Wow. It is a fantastic arena if you go into the lower bowl. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's do the big thank you. Thank you guys so much for all of your love, all of your generosity. I want to thank William, Brooklyn, and Leela for being members of the channel. Leela, thank you so much for being a channel member for the last 43 months. And William, Brooklyn, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Thank you guys so much for your continued generosity. And I want to thank everyone who hit the like button on the video. What did we hit today? We hit 238. I will take that. 238 likes. I will take that. Are you new to this nonsense? Do me a favor. Subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram. All same name, at Dutch Moz. Make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. And that is true because I do not know when I'm going to go on tomorrow. But hopefully I will be on sometime tomorrow, hanging out with the Metalheads and Danette and Anthony at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. But from the Barclays Center here in downtown Brooklyn, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have yourself a fantastic and beautiful and enchanting Brooklyn day, whether you can afford to live here or not. Hug your loved ones, cherish those moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.